Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to cut the lace on your lace front wig. All right, so I wanted to come on here today and I really wanted to take it back to the basics, back to the beginning, and show you guys how to cut the lace on your wigs. I've seen some really kind of questionable lace cutting lately when I've had some people reach out to me with issues with their wigs. So I really wanted to dive in and show you guys truly how I cut the lace on my wigs and really just kind of the step-by-steps. It's a really easy process, but I know it's really scary to some people when they first get their wigs and they see all that lace on there and they don't know what to do. So let's go ahead and get started and I'll show you guys how to cut the lace on your wig. All right, so the first thing I like to do is I like to actually take my scissors and just kind of run them up right to the center here. Makes my life a little bit easier when I'm cutting them. So I like to do this just to make it easier. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting my lace from the ear tab over here on this side. I actually like to cut my lace this way and I like to look at it. It makes it much easier for me to be able to see the hairline. It also keeps the hair all out of my way. I know some people like to cut their lace like this. Totally personal preference. So you can either go this way here or you can do it the way I do it, which is this way like this. But again, totally up to you. This is just how I like to do it. And then the other thing you're gonna wanna really make sure you pay attention to is put this wig on your head before you cut the lace off and see if you need to cut any of this ear tab or trim any of this ear tab off here. I do run smaller. I tend to have to cut some of this off. And when I do that, I just wanna make sure I check the wefts here to make sure I don't need to glue them down or anything once I cut them. And then you're just gonna really follow this hairline. That's really the most important part. You can always trim it back further if you feel like you need to once you put it on your head. But I always like to really just truly follow the hairline first. And then the other thing you're gonna have to decide is if you want to keep your baby hairs on your wig or not. Some of these wigs have baby hairs, some don't. This one doesn't have really any. But if it does, you're gonna wanna decide if you're gonna keep those on there or if you're gonna remove them because you're gonna wanna move your scissors back further if you're gonna take those baby hairs off. Then I'm gonna go over to this other side. I'm gonna cut this other side off. And then I'm just gonna take my scissors and I'm gonna clean it up a little bit if I notice any jagged edges or anything like that. You wanna really make sure you don't have any jagged spots because that can tend to run or rip a little bit more and cause more issues for you later and cause kind of like fraying of the lace. And you don't want that to happen because it will cause some issues with it laying flat on your head. So just make sure that it is nice and smooth. And then once you're done, you're gonna have something that looks pretty much like this. It does not have to be perfect. Honestly, when it comes to cutting lace, following the hairline and not having it completely perfectly straight will actually help you in the illusion of making it look more realistic. So don't worry about it being this perfectly straight line because that is gonna look more fake than if you really kind of follow the lines of the hairline and follow the grooves in and out. That's gonna look much more realistic when you lay it down on your head. All right, the last thing you're gonna wanna do is just take a detangling brush of some sort that is safe for wigs and brush through that wig really well to get all of that excess hair that you just cut out. You may not think there's a lot, but there will be a pretty decent amount. And if you don't go ahead and brush it out to begin with, you're going to have a lot of kind of flyaways and shedding, and this is just really an easy way to solve that problem before you have an issue. So you're gonna have a lot of hair come out and that's totally fine. Don't freak out. If you get rid of it now, it's not gonna be shedding on your clothes later. And that's really it. It's super easy to do. It's something that I just really wanna make sure you guys saw how to do it up close and personal because I have, like I said, noticed some issues with lace cutting. It's a little bit intimidating, but it's not difficult. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one.
Mom, I want to put a thumbs up right there. Oh man, I want to tell everyone, take a thumbs up.